Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017, bringing you another collecting tip on a Friday. I will always be posting these videos on a Friday by about 7 o'clock or so. This one's called Watch Lists, Favorites, and Reminders, and this is collecting tip number 15. When you're obviously buying items online, and all of these tips right now in this video will deal with buying items online, when you're on eBay and you search an item and you find something that you really like, you can obviously click the Watch Item button on the top right hand corner. Everyone knows about this. But what most people don't do, or what everyone has done in the past, is they've slept through or they've missed the end of an auction. In order to prevent this from happening, you can set an alarm on your computer or on your cell phone or something like that. So when a really rare GameCube controller came up, this is a clear GameCube controller that is official. This one's from Japan and it was in a Joy Pack Plus. That was how it was bundled in Japan, so it's never sold on its own. When I finally saw the controller on its own come up on eBay, I mean, it was never on its own in a box. When I saw it on eBay, I watched it, and then I actually set an alarm on my phone so that I could not miss the end of the auction. I'm not a person to really set an alarm for 4 a.m. At that point, I'd probably just leave a max bid on it, but some people are crazy enough to do that, let's say, and if you really want an item, that's what it takes. So then, below the watch item, below that a little bit, is see seller's other items, and this is a great thing to do. I found Donkey Kong Country boxed with the guide, like this, and I wanted to get all three of them, so I looked at his other items, and obviously he had the guide and the box game for the other two as well, for Donkey Kong 2 and Donkey Kong 3. When you buy multiple items from the same seller, usually they will combine shipping for you, and that will save you a little bit of money. It's also a lot more convenient, and sometimes they have items that you wouldn't have ever searched for, and you would want them anyways. So definitely view seller's other items as well. And then the last thing I want to talk about is this controller. Just to give a little bit of background, because most people will ask, this is a controller painted by Zosk8, and he is very well known now in a lot of N64 collecting just because he paints so well with automotive paint. So I gave him this design of a controller and he showed it to me, so here's the link for the controller if you want to click on that and see it. He now is selling a lot of his own designs that are, you know, like a Mario controller for, you know, N64 or a Luigi controller for N64. And he's selling them on Nintendo Age, which is a forum. So I can't really watch these items like you can on eBay. But what I do with those is I save them to a bookmark or a favorite. In my favorites, I have sections, and I have a list for all of my N64 consoles, games, and controllers, and then also like Super Nintendo and then figures. So after I buy something, or later down on the road, when I want to remember, oh, where was this controller, I can click back on that link. So not only do I use them as reminders before auctions end, or leave myself a note, I also, after I buy an item, if someone asks you, where did you get it, or how much did you pay for it, I use the bookmarks and the favorites to remind myself. That is collecting tip number 15. Thank you very much for watching, and feel free to subscribe if you like.